parenting, she became as a Gunavant, like a Gunagav. It's saying that Vrishabhanu Maharaj ka lali ko. So due to the parenting, due to the affection of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, she became Gunadhani. It means like such a Gunavant. Like that, she became. She's a Maharani, and actually, it's a teasing song to the Yamuna ji, because it's first line is saying that Yamuna Maya Kari. Kari means like a Yamuna Maya's effulgence is like a blackish like a Krishna's effulgence, but Radharani looks like Gori, means she looks like a golden form. So her bodily luster is a very effulgence. Krishna and Radharani's transcendental qualities, it's not we cannot able to understand with our materialistic eyes. It's a transcendental relationship between both of them. She is the Rani of Raja. So this is the essence of the song, Mataji. I heard this song first time from Nitai Sevini Mataji. That time I was only Mataji sung only few lines, just Meethe Rasi Se Bari Radha Rani Lage. This only she sang, but I was keep on searching for this song. So luckily I got it. And today pastime is about Mahaprabhu is going to Vrindavan. So I feel so happy that I got a song, kirtan related to that topic. So thank you, Mataji.
Gauranga, very nice, wonderful. Thank you so much. So I just need, it was really wonderful hearing it. If it is okay for you, sorry, I'm hearing you, but I'm not able to come in video. Few more minutes I need, so if you can do in the normal kirtan also for
Mataji.
5 minutes, it will be nice.
Thanks, Mataji.
Is it
Sure,
okay?
sure, Mataji.
Yeah. Thanks.
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Jati Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Jai Radha Madhava Radhe, Jai Radha Landanishwara Shri Radhe, Jai Radha Gokula Chandra Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe, Jai Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman, Jai Sita Ram, Jai Lakshmana Hanuman, Jai Jagannatha, Jai Baladeva, Jai Subhadra Mai, Jai Sudarshan Chakra, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Panchatatva, Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Shri Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Srila Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Chaitanya Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you for the nice bhajan and the nice kirtan. Thank you. Hari Bol. Very nice. So we welcome everyone for the Chaitanya Charitamrita session. It's been a long time that we didn't touch the actual subject because of Damodar programs and other festivals in between. So today we will go back to our subject. So before that, we offer our prayers. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, Prabhu, is it possible for me to share the screen?
Yes, Mataji, you are co-host.
Okay, thank you. Can you see?
Not at Mataji.
Yeah?
Not Mataji. I think still loading. Like.
Oh, loading. Okay. I can see for myself, but yeah. Still coming?
It's coming up now, Mataji. It's came, yeah.
Yeah, we can see now, Mataji.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. Thank you, bro. So reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 16, verse 216. Okay, so Punarapi Prabhu Yadi Shanti Puraila Raghunatha Dasasi Prabhu Re Milila. Punarapi again, Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shantipura Aila came to Shantipur, Raghunatha Dasa, Asi coming. Prabhuran Milila, met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Shantipur, Raghunatha Dasa came to meet him. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamahamam Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nite Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasha Pradeshakarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sati Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vansha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Anantapoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki. So So reading, this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 16, the chapter which we are actually now kind of learning or reading or hearing is the Lord's attempt to go to Vrindavan. So, one more time we will read the verse. Punarapi Prabhu Yadi Shanti Puraila
Raghunatha dasasi prabhure lila. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Shantipur, Raghunatha Dasa came to meet him. Okay. So basically, let's go back and see where we left. So we were discussing about this topic. If you remember, the last bit which we were discussing was the governor who was a drunkard person, a drunkard governor. He was, kind of, he was not favorable to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he heard so much about him and then he wanted to meet him. But the moment he saw Mahaprabhu, he got very attracted, and then he wanted to do something for the Lord. And then by rendering the devotional service, and when Mahaprabhu was about to leave, we could see that person became overwhelmed with the love of Krishna, and he was feeling such a great separation. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is mentioning that it's very difficult to mention what kind of separation he was feeling. So just imagine a completely materialistic person, even he was not following any regulative principles properly, but even such a personality, by the mere darshana of the Lord, his heart got purified. The heart got not just purified, but it was filled. It was flooding with prema. So that was the potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then we saw that how Mahaprabhu from there, he went to Panihati, he went to Kanainatshala, all these different places. And then the Lord returned back to Shantipur. So when he came to Shantipur, very interesting, we all know this pastime very well, but we are not going to go in detail about this pastime. There is a small highlight on this because this incident also happened when Mahaprabhu came to Shantipur. And that was the pastime of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Mahaprabhu came back to Shantipur, what happened was, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami met him. And we all know Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, what a great personality, He was the son of two great personalities, two great landlords, Govardhan Mazumdar and Hiranya Mazumdar. And these two people were big landlords, multi-billionaires in those days. Their annual income was 1,200,000 gold coins. Just imagine one gold coin, what is the price in today's value? It was 1,200,000 gold coins was their annual income. So very, very opulent family and very aristocratic. But yet their character was so wonderful, very magnanimous, very charitable, well-behaved, and also they were giving so much respect for the Brahmanas, for the Vedic traditions and custom and culture. And those days, whoever were in Nadia, actually their place where they were present was Saptagram. So all these places were nearby Shantipur and Navadip, all these are, this village. So quite close to Shantipur also. And so in a way, if you see, Govardhan Mazumdar was very much, serving Nilambara Chakravarti, who is the grandfather of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nilambara Chakravarti considered them as their own brothers, these two personalities. And the father of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagannath Mishra, also very well knew them. And and they also know Advaita Acharya. These two brothers were serving Advaita Acharya in a very pleasing way, that Advaita Acharya got very pleased. And he thought he has to, he was very merciful towards the child of Govardhan Mazumdar. And who was that great child? That is one of the 6 Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. So he was so pleased that he will take remnants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and will give it to Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. So he was getting a lot of blessing, from the childhood, so because they were pleasing all these great personalities. And so then what happened was he was able to get the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left Shantipur to go back to Jagannath Puri, because Raghunath Dasa Goswami's nature from the beginning was that he was not very much interested in material enjoyment. His mind was always, fixed, in serving the Lord. From the childhood, his nature was like that. And as we know, each, if you see all the 6 Goswamis, as the word Goswami, Swami is a master, Go means senses. They have conquered their senses, the urges. Generally, in this world, we are all victimized by many urges. The Nectar of Instruction talks about various urges. The urge to speak, the urges of mind, the urges of genitals, very difficult to control. And it is mentioned that one who can control the urges of, tongue, mind, and genitals can become a spiritual master. In the tongue, in the sense, it's very difficult. We sometimes think that I should not have spoken these words. Later we realize, but by the time we have already spoken. So it's very difficult to control the tongue in the aspect of speaking and also in the aspect of tasting. The 2 activities, very difficult to control. And mind, no need to say. Constantly it puts so many things in front of us and traps us and drives us crazy and mad. So that's why the Goswamis are someone, they are not victimized at any point of time in their life, not even for a moment. So that's why they are Goswamis. That's why the spiritual masters are also called Maharaj. We call the spiritual masters as Maharaj. It means what? Great king. What great king? They are renounced people. Why we are calling them great king? Because they have conquered their senses. So in that aspect, they are kings who are conquered. A king is someone who conquers, right? Who is great conquerors. So that's why they are called as Maharaj, Goswamis. So we see here that Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, of course, they are all Manjaris and Gopis who are eternally serving Srimati Radharani. They are not ordinary human beings. They have come down to the material world to give out their mercy to everybody. So Raghunatha Das Goswami's move from the childhood was so fixed on the Lord. He was not very much interested in material enjoyment. So when the Lord left him, to go to Jagannath Puri, he could not tolerate that separation, and he was burning with that separation of love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then what happened, they came back home, but his mind was completely lost to Lord Chaitanya Chandra. So then he was trying so many times to get out of the house, but his father, as we know, got 11 special personalities to look after him, not 1, 2. He had 5 of them who were actually 5 guards, 4 personal servants, 9, and 2 cooks, high class, high class in the sense, proper coming in a Vedic tradition, religious Brahmana cooks to cook for the son. So these 11 people were in control of him, and so he cannot escape. And but then every time he would try, and the parents would, the guards would bring him back. We know that story. And then what happened one particular time, again Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Shantipur. So that time, he got this opportunity. He went to his father and he told, that, I please allow me, permit me to go to see the lotus feet of the Lord. If you do not allow me, I cannot maintain my life any longer. So when his father heard that, he thought, okay, let me send all the guards and servants along with him so that he can come back. So he sent many servants and he told, you should come back soon. So then Raghunath Dasa Goswami went, and he had nearly a week association with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then now, but mind, he was thinking, oh, wish these guards somehow I can trick them, and then I can just stay with Mahaprabhu. I can go with Mahaprabhu. And we know Mahaprabhu is omniscient, the Supreme Lord. He could understand the heart of, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. So what did he do? He told one word. He told a very big statement, also an instruction, which is good for all of us, to take that instruction. He said that be patient. That's the first instruction. Be patient, don't be crazy. He said that at the end you will be able to come back to me. You will be able to cross over the ocean of material existence. But be patient. Give up this false renunciation. Don't become a show bottle devotee. And then he was telling this to Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. Actually, the reason he told is Raghunatha Dasa Goswami is a pure devotee, a high Bhagavata. Why Mahaprabhu has to tell like this? Mahaprabhu is not telling to him in a way. Actually, he's giving us a lesson for the public, because prematurely if someone leaves and go, then everyone will follow his path, right? Yadyat acharate shesha tattateva tarojana. Whatever great men do, common men follow. So Mahaprabhu don't want him to just leave just like that, so that then the common people will also follow him. So he said that, wait, be patient. And Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, that if someone has got a great eagerness and desire, to cross over this ocean of material needs, that is good, but they should not act like a madman. Prabhupada uses that word. Don't act like a madman. One should swim. He uses the word, one should swim patiently and intelligently under the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his representatives. Then he will be able to successfully cross over this ocean. He will be able to cross the, reach the shore and go back to Godhead. So that means patience. Patience is very, very important. Desha Kala Patra, time, place, and circumstance. We need to have that patience. Many times we try to do something. Say, for example, someone may be chanting for quite something, but they may not get a taste. Then we think, what is all this process all about? Okay, I'm not going to chant, give up. So we become very impatient. We are not able to allow, the Lord's mercy, to manifest. We want the way the reciprocation has to come from the Lord. But the Lord has his own way as well. But we are very impatient. Similarly, we may take up some ventures or some service, and we may try hard to do something, but we may not see a success immediately. But then naturally the mind, thinks, come on, man, I have tried so many times. What's the use? Give it up, try something else. So immediately we become impatient. But for a sadhaka to be successful, for a practitioner to be successful, one of the important things mentioned is patience. Srila Rupa Goswami mentions in his Nectar of Instruction, Utsaha Nishchaya Dhairya. The very first quality is enthusiasm. But enthusiasm alone is not enough. You need to have patience, because how long we will go enthusiastic? I may chant for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but I'm not seeing any result or anything. Then, I may become impatient. But here the word used is that you should be patient. Dhairya. So it's very important that patient. But patient means, okay, I will just sit and see if something Krishna can. No, we keep on determined. We patiently wait with confidence that the Lord will shower his mercy. But at the same time, with the same enthusiasm, with a determined effort, we carry on. That is also important. Utsaha Nishya Dhairya. So the patience is a very, very important quality. And we see even in a material life, a lot of patience is required in every aspect of our life, right? We go to an office, to workplace. How much we have to deal things in a very, very patiently, right? Not everybody reciprocates, not the manager, not the staff or everything. We become very patient, and we know how we have to, we have to achieve certain things. We have to be very patient. Dealing with the children, dealing with the spouse, dealing with the family members, relatives, to this world, community, so many things. Patience is very important. But generally, the tendency of the conditioned soul is impatient because we want the results quick. I want to see now. I want to see now. That's a tendency. So then what happens is that we become very impatient, and sometimes there is a chance we may give up that effort as well. So that is why it's so much highlighted all throughout Srila Prabhupada. If you go and see in various places, Prabhupada uses the word patient. How patience is very much important in our spiritual life. But at the same time, and Srila Prabhupada's life himself, oh my God, he's an embodiment of patience, right? When he went to Radha Damodar temple, such a small place. From there, he was praying to all the Goswamis, please help. How will I be able to, kind of fulfill the words of my spiritual master? A 70-year-old person, not having any money, sitting in Vrindavana in a simple room. How can a big mission he can accomplish? But Prabhupada was patient, but very determined, very confident of the Lord's blessings and mercy and of a spiritual master. We can be patient only when we have that faith, only when we have that confidence in the Lord and the spiritual master and the parampara. Yes, they are very merciful. They will certainly shower. Avashya Krishna Rakshibe. The Lord will surely protect me. If that faith is not there, it's very difficult to remain patient. That's why people who have more faith, more dependence, more, who takes more shelter in the Lord, who knows their relationship with the Lord and the spiritual masters and the spiritual teachers, they can be actually patient because they know they are there. I'm not the doer. They are there. They will shower their mercy. But a person who has no knowledge or who do not have that faith naturally cannot withstand being patient for more time. We collapse. So that's why it's very important for us to build on that faith. And that comes by hearing, a lot of hearing and lot of reading, chanting, hearing and reading. It will actually, deepen our faith in the process in the Lord. So that's why it's very important. The more we hear, the more we see that we are becoming stronger. So that's why it's very important being patient, and all the spiritual teachers have highlighted it. All the scriptures have highlighted it. That is one of the very important elements needed in our own spiritual life. Even among people, when we do not have patience, then a bitter relationship develops, right? Patience is needed in every aspect of our life. So that means more the dependence on the Lord, the more the faith in the Lord, then we see that our patience, the level of patience also increases. So here, that's a point that Mahaprabhu says, be patient. And then he says that, and then he gives why, because he wants to give us a lesson. And then he says, Mahaprabhu talks about, don't be, because many times you see people externally, they are very renounced, but internally they are still clinging on to the object of sense gratification. So Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport different kinds of renunciation and how they are false and what is a true renunciation. So, and starting with the first type, called as Markata Vairagya. Markata means monkey renunciation. So monkey we see is naked, is not wearing any dress, looks very renounced. But monkey is one of the most addicted to sense gratification, having so many female monkeys, always roaming around with female monkeys, having sense enjoyment. Monkey is the highest sense gratifier. but looks naked and as if it's renounced. So we can see that even in the modern, days, we can see that many people wear externally a renounced cloth, but internally do many kinds of things attached to the sense gratifying objects. So that is called monkey renunciation. It's a show bottle spiritualism. Srila Prabhupada very strongly condemns show bottle spiritualism. And it is not just for those kind of people. Even for ourselves, we can look, into see whether I have this markat vairagya. Am I showing off externally that I am so and so, but who am I internally? So for us also, this is something which we can actually kind of see and analyze ourselves. Am I show off devotee? Internally, what is my stuff? That's something for us to analyze as well. Because in Krishna consciousness, whatever we read, there are two aspects to it. One is to apply on ourselves, put the question on ourselves and see where do I stand, how can I apply. The second thing is how can I help others. But it is not just how can I help others and not applying on ourselves. Then what happens is that one time someone asked, okay, karmi, jnani, yogi, someone was saying all these different personalities, who is a karmi? Give example. So then someone was telling, oh, the person, sense gratifier, he doesn't know, he works from morning till evening like a donkey, and then he doesn't, bother about any case. Then one devotee, he said, oh, we fall under that category only, almost we are like that. So that means that is a person who is actually putting the philosophy into practice. So we need to hear something. We are only seeing our external world. Oh, he's a karmi, he's that, who are you? So it's always good to see, because sometimes we think that I am okay. I mean, this person is not okay, that community is not okay, that society is not okay, this government is not okay. So that means we will never improve. So it is good to see ourselves, what is there in me, cleansing ourselves and trying to help others without that mood of I am great and I am correcting you. Rather, I am helping you. So that's the aspect we study scriptures. Then it makes transformation. Otherwise, what happens is that I may memorize some few shlokas here and read some few words. Oh, yeah, you see here, see, you cannot be like that. And I just point on others. But actually, I am not actually getting cleansed. So it's nice to apply on ourselves. So Markat Vairag is a monkey renunciation. Okay, what is the second renunciation Srila Prabhupada is talking about? Smashan Vairagya. This is very common. We all have heard about it. We ourselves fall under the category sometimes. What is Smashan Vairagya? Smashan means crematorium. So people, when they go to some house or even a crematorium and someone has left the body, and there the mood is something very grave, and people think that what is life all about? This guy has earned so much money, so much wealth, so much knowledge. What is the use? Finally, anyway, dying. So then one may think, what is the point, man? Working so hard, That moment they will think. Then by the time we come back home, and then 1-2 days gone, then we get into a normal business as usual. So that is called Smashan Vairagya. The renunciation happens only at that moment, because that moment everyone is sad and this thing, something is sinking inside the head. But then later things moves on, we give it up. So temporary. So that is called Smashan Vairagya. Okay. And third one is Falgu Vairagya. Falgu Vairagya means it is an incomplete renunciation. What is incomplete renunciation? Very nicely it is mentioned. Prapanchikataya buddhir hari sambandha vasunaha mumukshubhi parityago vairagyam falgu katyate. Hari sambandha vasunaha. Hari sambandha, that which is sambandha related to Hari, Krishna, that object, if we consider as material and renounce, that is called Falgu Vairagya. Very surface, very very thin renunciation. That means anytime it will drop off. That means wrong objects. So for example, sometimes people think, oh, this, of course, sometimes, work, or it could be family, or it could be a child, or it could be something, we think that these are all, kind of false things. But rather, these are false things. We can actually engage them in the service of the Lord, because they're all part and parcel of Krishna. So that is the right way of Vairagya. That is Yukta Vairagya. So these two are connected. Srila Prabhupada mentioned, even say your dictaphone. A dictaphone is a material thing, object. We can just say this is a material object and throw it off. It has no connection with Krishna, like that we may think. But actually, if the dictaphone is involved in the service of Krishna's service, propagating the message of Krishna, then that is Yukta Vairagya. You're using that. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, those days, he used to go in the car. Those days when car was not much used. And many people used to criticize, like a sannyasi, how he can go in a car. So then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur say, because, he used those things, in the service of, so he was such a revolutionary sannyasi that he used everything in the service of Krishna. Prabhupada once said that people say, I don't want money, I don't want money. Prabhupada said, give all the money and I will construct the, temple. So that's our mood. Our mood is not to, artificially renounce, because everything has got a relationship with Krishna. But we should not get attached to it. Rather, getting attached to it for our own sense gratification, if we use that in the service of the Lord, then that becomes proper renunciation. Otherwise, it is a Falgu Vairagya, incomplete renunciation. Just rejecting of it. Oh, I don't want to look after it. Oh, child is a Maya, work is a Maya, this is Maya, that is Maya. And so that is a false renunciation, incomplete renunciation. Rather, seeing everything in relationship with Krishna, that is complete Vairagya, proper renunciation. And that's what Srila Prabhupada and all the bona fide teachers, they used everything in the service of the Lord. Because if the materialistic person is going in the speed of a rocket, then I also should follow him, with that kind of a thing, right? If I say simply make one small hut and sit there, who will follow me? Who will come to me? That's what Srila Prabhupada said. So we need to have these buildings and we need to have all these facilities so that the more conditioned souls will get attracted to Krishna. So it is not done for one's own sense gratification, but it is done as a service to Krishna. Then it is Yukta Vairagya. So this is Markata Vairagya, which is like monkey renunciation. Then we saw Smashan Vairagya, which just happens at the crematorium or in a place where some kind of sadness happens, and then people get some realization for just a moment, temporary. Falgu Vairagya. And the befitting renunciation, or the right proper renunciation, is using, understanding everything in relationship to Krishna and engaging them in the service of Krishna without any attachment for one's own sense gratification. That's called Yukta Vairagya. So that in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami very nicely mentions this. So then Mahaprabhu is now telling to Raghunath Dasa Goswami, so have strong faith in your heart, but externally be like an ordinary householder. Carry on all the duties. But internally your heart, you should give your heart to Krishna. So that's a point we all have to understand. Our heart is for Krishna. But then whatever we need to give it to, for the society, for our community, everything, we do. But the heart is given to Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is telling this to Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami took that instruction deep into his heart. And then Mahaprabhu also told, the time will come when I am coming back from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri, I may see you. That time, you can plan, you can, you can see how you can trick your gods, and Krishna will give you the intelligence. Mahaprabhu says that. When the time will come, Krishna will give you intelligence to trick the gods, and then you come, but not now. So then, Mahaprabhu gives this instruction and goes off, and then Raghunath Dasa Goswami follows that instruction, putting his heart into, serving external, like an externally, like ordinary person, heart completely absorbed in the Lord. So when this happens, what happened? The Mahaprabhu, he is actually now in Shantipur, and he's bidding farewell to all the devotees. Okay, I'm going to leave now. And then he's asking all the devotees, telling the devotees, you now don't come to Jagannath Puri because I have come and seen you all. I'll be going to Vrindavan. And when I'm coming back, I will visit you. And he asked permission from Sachi Mata, please give your permission so that I can go to Vrindavan. So he's asking permission. And then the Lord returns back to Jagannath Puri. So when the moment everyone knows that the Lord is returning back to Jagannath Puri, everyone becomes so happy. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Gadadhar Pandit, who are all waiting for the Lord. They all went and received the Lord. Then the Lord was talking to them, telling them that I actually want to go to Vrindavan. And I wanted to go to Vrindavan via Bengal. Why? So that I can see my mother, and also I can see Mother Ganga. But then thousands of people were following me. Then it was disturbing me. So then I thought, this is not the proper way to go to Vrindavan. So I have returned back. And then he was saying that I also went and saw, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, these two great personalities in a place called Ramakeli. And he's glorifying Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. What the mood. He was saying that Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami were very great devotees. They are the recipient of Krishna's mercy, but they were working for government, for the king. And how humble they were. They had knowledge, they have education, they were performing devotional service, they have knowledge, they have strength, they had everything, but they considered themselves like a piece of straw, lower than a straw. That was their mood. And this mood can even melt a stone. Mahaprabhu is telling this mood of humility, their humility can melt even a stone. And so I am personally touched by their humility. And, Mahaprabhu says that even though they are fully qualified, they always consider themselves very inferior. So they can get the mercy of Krishna. Sure, Krishna will deliver. So Mahaprabhu was saying humility is easy way to attract Krishna's attention. It's a very great quality. Generally, it is so, the conditioned soul, gross elements and subtle elements, right? This body is made of gross and subtle. We have earth, water, fire, air, ether, and subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego. The conditioned soul is in this material world because of the false ego. I am this, I am that, all false identification. And for us, it's very difficult to come above the false ego level. If we analyze the whole day, somewhere our ego is getting hurt. Our false ego is getting hurt. If we analyze it, we can see how, how weak we are. If we analyze and introspect ourselves, what is our ego level? Like people are talking about IQ level. We should actually check our, false ego level every day. How much false ego? Because if this false ego we are not able to give up, we can never go to spiritual world. So it is a very wonderful thing. And this personality, and that too, if we don't have anything, we can remain humble. Say, for example, someone have no money, no knowledge, nothing is there, no possessions. There is nothing to be proud of. Then if you remain humble, what is so great about it? But if someone has got everything or something, then he is humble. That is something very great. So Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, even externally in a materialistic, in a platform, if we look into that eyes also, they possess everything. But they are very, very truly humble. So King Prataparudra Maharaj, how he attracted the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu was not ready to give mercy. We all know that. In the sense, mercy means he was not ready to give his audience. Many times he tried. But what actually attracted Mahaprabhu was when he saw that the king was sweeping like a menial servant in front of Lord Jagannath, taking a broomstick and he's doing a menial seva, considering himself as a servant. That mood touched Mahaprabhu. That's why later in the Jagannath Vallabh garden, when he heard that Gita Govinda by Prataparudra Maharaj, he immediately he knew who has come. Externally, he was not showing, but he was touched by that mood of servitude of King Prataparudra Maharaj, and that actually attracted Mahaprabhu's mercy, and he embraced him. So that is humility is always. That's why they say Pranadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. If you want to chant the holy name all the time, that means one has to become humble. If you don't become humble, the material world is designed in such a way, it humbles. We are forced to get humble. We are forced to become humble. It's better we become humble, isn't it? So it is, but it's a very nice thing when we can work on that slowly, that quality. It's a very great quality we can work on. And when Krishna sees that, even though, we are so far away, but we are making an endeavor, my dear Lord, I want to chant the holy name always. That means I need to be humble for that sense. Then Mahaprabhu will become very happy and he will lift us up. So humility attracts. And Srila Prabhupada mentions that a devotee should never get puffed up, because whatever position or power he has got, it is purely by mercy. Maybe he has got some material strength or wealth or whatever, that is due to his karma. But he may not be always in the same position. Anything can be taken out anytime. So it is always good to remain humble and meek. Always consider ourselves, very, low in the sense, not like low esteem. It is that, I'm just a servant, I'm just an instrument. I am not the doer. Any credit comes, it's happening due to the mercy of Krishna and the spiritual teachers and the Vaishnavas truly thinking in the mind. Then one is eligible to go back to God. As Srila Prabhupada mentions very nicely. So then Mahaprabhu is telling all this about glorifying the Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And then he tells that Sanatana Goswami told me that don't go to Vrindavan with so many people like this. That may not be very suitable. So, but I did not listen. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I did not listen first. But then I later, appreciated, yes, I should not go to Vrindavan like that. I should go in a very mood of absorption, taking only few, maybe one or two assistants, not the thousands of people following me like that. So Mahaprabhu says that. And then he's asking, and he was telling Gadadhar Pandit, I left you very unhappy, right? When Mahaprabhu was leaving Jagannath Puri, Gadadhar Pandit was crying because he has taken Kshetra Sannyas, that he will not leave this land. He was ready to break that promise, but Mahaprabhu said, no, you cannot break the promise. So he was heartbroken. And so Mahaprabhu is telling now, because I made you unhappy, I could not go to Vrindavan. So immediately Gadadhar Pandit, held the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and then said, my dear Lord, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Wherever you are, there, Ganga, Yamuna, all the places of pilgrimage is there. You go to Vrindavan. Why? Because so that, others, can get purified. So like that, Gadadhar Pandit is telling, and Srila Prabhupada mentions in his purport, Lord Chaitanya need not go to Vrindavan because he is the Supreme Lord himself. Wherever he is, that is Vrindavan. And he told, during Rataya, Mora Mana Vrindavan. My mind is Vrindavan and all the pastimes, because he is the Supreme Lord himself. So, but yet he visited the Vrindavan. And Vrindavan is as worshipable as Krishna. That is why Mahaprabhu, ordered Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami to renovate all the places in Vrindavan so that common people can come and they can also get the mercy of Vrindavan Dham, because it's not different from Krishna. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. But it's very interesting to see that sometimes people may physically be in Vrindavan, but doing all nonsense and wrong things. But there are personalities, in Chaitanya Leela itself, they are all eternal associates of Mahaprabhu, but they never went to Vrindavan. That's interesting. Who are those? I will read the name. Very interesting. Swarup Damodar Goswami was a personal secretary of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Roy, the greatest devotee, Lalita and Vishaka, they didn't go to Vrindavan in the pastime of Chaitanya Leela. They were always with Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Gadadhar Pandit never left Jagannath Puri. He never went to Vrindavan. And many list of devotees, Haridas Thakur, Srivas Pandit, Shivananda Sena, Shiki Magati, this all Pundarika Vidyanidhi, all great personalities. They never went to Vrindavan, but their heart is Vrindavan. Their heart is a mood of Vrindavan, always, remembering the Lord, always remembering Krishna, always thinking of serving Krishna, always engage in serving Krishna. But there are many pseudo people also maybe physically sitting there, like doing something else. So it is not just being physically there. Of course, it's nice to be physically there, but the most important thing is, and Srila Prabhupada mentions, if you are always engaged in Harinama Sankirtan and you are going and visiting the temples, Radha Krishna temples, then that is Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada, by his mercy, just like Srila Prabhupada brought Jagannath, Lord Jagannath, only Jagannath was there in Jagannath Puri, right? And only Rath Yatra was happening in Jagannath Puri. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, all over the world, Rath Yatra is happening. All over the world, people are worshipping Lord Jagannath. Similarly, as Mahaprabhu said, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he established centers like you go to Radha Landanishwar, how beautiful they are. Simply beautiful. You will be mesmerized. We cannot take our eyes out. And it is not different from Vrindavan because it is Radha and Krishna there and all the services are happening, established by a pure devotee. Harinama Sankirtan is happening. So that's the abode of the Lord, is Vrindavan Dham. So Srila Prabhupada's mercy, he has established Vrindavan all over the world. That's wonderful, isn't it? So there are many great personalities who lived in Vrindavan, like, you see Shyamananda Pandit, Narottama Das Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, all of them actually lived in Vrindavan also. So we had personalities like that. But Prabhupada also mentioned that if someone cannot go, they do not have to get, dejected, because all these places where the worship of Radha and Krishna are there, where the eternal services are happening, Harinama Sankirtan, the Sankirtana movement of Lord Chaitanya is there. That is Vrindavan Dham. So we should all make use of this. We have such beautiful deities, blessed. We are this side blessed by Shri Radha Landanishwara, and that side we are blessed by Shri Radha Gokulananda. Srila Prabhupada himself personally installed these deities. So when we get an opportunity, we should go together and do some seva. And it's so blissful and so wonderful. The standards what Srila Prabhupada has given, the devotees who are now coming with us for the Sunday cooking service, mesmerized. Prabhupada has given the same standard all over the world. How clean, spotlessly clean, everything. It's externally, internally, the mood. You enter a deity kitchen, how you should follow certain norms and rules, and how after finishing you pray to the Lord, my dear Lord, you forgive me for my unknown, my consciousness, maybe it was not absorbed, whatever mistakes knowingly or unknowingly I've committed, forgive me. So much of, so personal it is, so personal, So Srila Prabhupada, how blessed are we? What things we will go and do in spiritual world, the rehearsal is happening here. So this material world is a platform for us to do the rehearsal. In the sense, it is like, if we want to perform very well, we need to practice many times, right? We don't go and practice at the final stage. We do practice before, and the stage we do the, final display. So similarly, we have to, this is a place where we are given the opportunity to perfect our lives. Okay, how I should serve Krishna, how I should dress him, how should I offer, Bhoga to the Lord, how I should sing for him, how I should chant the holy name, how I should make a garland for the day, for the lordships, how can I make different preps for the pleasure of the lordships. So all these are rehearsals, practice. So this is a practice session going on. So we need to nicely learn all this. And then when we are learning all these things, and Krishna thinks, okay, good, you have done your job. Okay, come now, spiritual world. Then we will continue that seva there in that mood. So this is a place for preparation. We are preparing ourselves, preparing our consciousness, how we should offer service to the Supreme Lord. And Srila Prabhupada has personally taught us. And now his disciples are teaching us, and many representatives are teaching us. So we should grab this wonderful opportunity. So now Gadadhar Pandit, so he's telling all this, and then Mahaprabhu is telling, see, unless you all give permission, no, I cannot go to Vrindavan. See, I went all the way and I have to come back because you people were not happy. So please tell me and give me permission so that I can go to. My dear Lord, now Chaturmasya has started. So 4 months you stay here and give us your association. Once it is done, then you can go. We are all ready for that. So then Mahaprabhu and all the other devotees also said, yes, whatever Gadadhar Pandit said is right. So Chaturmasya Mahaprabhu will stay. So they want as much as association of Mahaprabhu, some reason who Karkuru to make him stay. So then Mahaprabhu said, agreed for their proposal, and then he stayed back. And then, after that he says that then Gadadhar Pandit took this opportunity to cook various preparations. And Gadadhar Pandit is none other than Srimati Radharani, right? So Gadadhar Pandit used to cook so many wonderful preps, for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu used to relish, the loving offering of, Gadadhar Pandit. And very nicely, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying, I will read that one. He says that no ordinary human can possibly describe Gadadhar's affectionate presentation of food or Lord Chaitanya tasting it. So thus Lord Chaitanya performs his unlimited and unfathomable pastimes which have been briefly described. It is not possible to describe them elaborately. Although Lord Ananta is always describing the Lord's pastimes with his thousands of mouths, he cannot reach the end of even one of the Lord's pastimes. Just imagine, with the thousands of mouths, Ananta Sesha could not reach the end of even one of the pastimes. There are unlimited pastimes. Even one pastime he could not reach to the end. So what ordinary souls we can talk about it or describe. It is so amazing. He says, Sahasravadane kahe apane ananta tabu yeka lilara teno nai payanta. Sahasra Ananta says with the thousands of mouths. Is trying to describe the Lord's pastimes. He cannot reach the end of even one of the Lord's pastimes. So that's a very, very sweet, thing about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we can keep reading it. So now this particular chapter we have completed. That is the Lord's attempt to go to Vrindavan. The next chapter will be the Lord travels to Vrindavan. So many beautiful pastimes are there, which we will see from next week onwards. So we would like to thank all the devotees. Let's say Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we like to offer our sincere gratitude for all the devotees here and those who are not here as well, for your wonderful, enthusiastic, sincere devotional service in the month of Damodar. It's certainly a great effort, team effort by all the devotees, including the children. Everyone has put their best efforts. We could see that, especially towards the end. Everyone were geared up with all enthusiasm, even it was cold weather. devotees were finding various means, to take the mercy of Lord Damodar. Someone going in the door-to-door, in the street, book tables, temples, Diwali events, so many different ways, house programs, Zoom programs, whatnot. And we could, totally, we have done our target. I mean, in the sense, our prayer offering for this year was, 15,000 lamps. But we could see that we have crossed that. At one point of time, it looked impossible, but impossible becomes possible by the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his wonderful, mercy that we could, and the efforts of all the devotees, and that this is something really amazing. I'll read the score what we have done. I mean, it's an offering to Srila Prabhupada on this 125th appearance anniversary. The number of lamps offered 18,324. Number of total programs 730. Number of people chanted. So that means this many people got an opportunity to chant the holy name at least once. 11,393. Number of door-to-door 3,471 doors were knocked and given mercy. Number of books is nearly 706. 554 big small books and 152 big books. And 464 people have showed interest that they want to know more and they want to connect and learn Bhagavad Gita and be in the association. 464. That's quite amazing, actually. Oh, the score has increased. Yeah, Prabhu is sharing. Vivek Prabhu, thank you. So we can see that as well. And then many new areas, nearly 14 new areas have requested for Krishna conscious programs. So amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he instructed Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. Suno Sono Nityananda, Suno Haridas. He gave an instruction, go door to door and beg these three things. What are the three things he asked? Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna. Go every door and ask for these three things. And you see in Damodar program, we are doing all the three. In every Damodar program, we are making people to chant the holy name, right? Every Damodar program, people are offering arati, that is worship to Lord Damodar. And in every program, we are requesting people, please take the books, right? Read scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So how wonderful is this Damodar program, that it is, very pleasing to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The instruction which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted all of us, through Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu has told that each and every one of you has done that. My God, how much of blessing each one of you are getting. It's amazing, isn't it? So much of blessing. And on top of that, many devotees have done Bhishma Panchaka fasting for the last 5 days, glorifying Bhishma Dev, the great Mahajana, the pure devotee of the Lord. So much of things, devotees have chanted extra rounds and the Zoom. So the announcement for Zoom is that Matajis are leading almost every single day in the Zoom Japa. So we are going to have something very special for them, which we will announce soon. So 3 big Haribols to all the Matajis. Can you unmute and say 3 big Haribols, please? Haribol!
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 So it's very nice, and even the children have participated. I will read out the names of all the kids who participated, even once, twice, doesn't matter. But we want to call out the names of all the kids very quickly. So the Neha, Ruhi,
Anything wrong?
Siddhi, Devika, Deepika, Bhakti Nitya, Ritisha, Shriya, Purvi, Lily, Ayusha, Varsha, Ritisha, Sashi, Adya, Kalindi, Tirtha, Reshma, Sagarika, Pranali, Deepali, Ritu, Isha, Arna, Ayushi, Dinta, Sashya, Vimi, Manvi, Rekha, Prashad, Tina, Babli, Drishti, Mishra, Nirvi, Riya. Boys, Karanshu, Akshay, Ayush, Shaunak, Jai, Rudra, Devansh, Parikshit, Pranav, Mauli, Ashutosh, Bikram, Aryan Sai, Sachin, Shriram, Amresh, Devansh, Mahin, Sokal, Bomik, Vihan. So shall we say 3 big Haribols to all these kids? Haribol!
Haribol.
Nice, because the kids doing is amazing because they are so young and they no need for them to do. They may think, why I should do, but they have taken that effort. So all these kids are special. We are going to chant 3 times, seeking the blessings. So already they are blessed, but we will chant 3 times for them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wonderful. Certainly, these kids are getting special blessings, for making that effort to chant the Lord's holy name in that early morning hours. And so we very much thank Kalyani Mataji and Varsha Mataji. Varsha Mataji was every single day putting the message, inspiring everyone that we should make this offering for Srila Prabhupada, not only for us, and all those who have chanted, we will know how wonderful it was. So we really thank Varsha Mataji and Kalyani Mataji for putting all the list of the names on an everyday basis. So thanks to these 2 Matajis. Please come on the video. 3 big Haribols to these 2 Matajis. Haribol!
Haribol. Haribol.
Thank you, Mataji.
Varsha Mataji. Haribol. Thank you for all your wonderful service.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for giving me the service.
Excellent, excellent. Very nice. Kalyani Mataji, are you there as well? So that in enthusiasm and energy which you gave, you are getting bonus blessings. So very nice. So it's wonderful that see how many devotees are involved in doing these services, right? So we really thank all these devotees who are involved, and the entire Damodar core team, who are behind this Damodar program. We like to offer our gratitude for all these devotees who are pushing forward this Damodar program, starting from the circle leaders, Yogeshwar Gopinath Prabhu, Manohar Nitai Chandra Prabhu, Janava Mataji, and the committee leads, Kripa Sindhu Prabhu, Kripa Sindhu Raghunath Prabhu. At least one time I should say full name. Kripa Sindhu Raghunath Prabhu, and then we have our Vivek Prabhu, Vishal Prabhu from Mathura, and then we have Topaji Prabhu, then we have who is that? And then let me use the Damodar. And from the entire Bengalis, we should do a special Haribol also. But before that, let me use a core team, full core team. I get into the names. So we have in the core team Swarup Mataji. Swarup Mataji. We have Shri Lakshmi Mataji because she was working with the teens. We have Nikunja Saki Mataji with the kids. Deepa Datri Mataji. I'm seeing all those names in this.
Priyanka Mataji.
Priyanka Mataji. Priyanka Mataji. Yes, very good. She did a lot of service. I can see Haripriya Mataji's name as well. Shrikant Prabhu, Rupeshwar Prabhu. All these names I can see. So we thank all of the devotees for pushing this forward, especially the leaders, the circle leads, Yogeshwar Prabhu, Supriya Mataji and Manohar Prabhu. They were leading all the teams and doing all the meetings, guiding all the devotees. So we are thanking all of them. And all the committee leads who are every single day posting the pictures and giving the DMP report regular basis. Priyanka Mataji, Vishal Prabhu, Topaji Prabhu, every day putting in Kripa Sindhu Prabhu puts all this consolidation and sends every single day before 12 o'clock so that we can send it to the national team. So, and also all the leaders also, because leaders, without leaders input, it's not possible. All the sector leaders, Bhakti Vriksha leaders, we are very, very thankful for their wonderful service, because unless everyone's hand is together, it's not possible. And also every member, they have taken it up. We could see all the pictures. I think almost every single devotee has got involved in the community, including the kids, the teens. So sweet and so wonderful to see. Every one of your contribution only has made this. So each and every one of you are very special. Your contribution, the Lord is acknowledging every single thing what you have done. Every lamp, every book, every single thing counts, in the eyes of the Lord. So it's a glorious service, what you all have done. It's really, really very amazing. And also we need to put a special three big Haribols to the entire team. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. And we should say a special Haribols to the Bengali team, because Bengali devotees, for them, of course, language is one thing, because they have to do everything in their own language. That was one thing. And also they have to go through certain challenges, but in spite of many challenges, they have pushed forward and made a very big lamp offering from the Bengali side. Very huge. And books also, they are the top. Books, they have, if you see compared to all the groups, they have done books which was quite amazing, because it's English books they have distributed. That's quite interesting. So let's say 3 big Haribols to all the, I don't know how many of them are here. If they are there, they can come in the video. It will be very nice. Deepa Dakri Mataji, I'm not sure you're there. Many of them, Ramananda Gaur Prabhu, many of them also affected with COVID till the last thing. And also many physical and many challenges, really true challenges. But really appreciate is Sachisutta Prabhu there. Sachisutta Prabhu and Manju Mataji, Madhavi Manjurupa Mataji, Achyuta Prabhu, you are there. Okay, Arpita Mataji, Ramananda Gaur Prabhu, Nandita Mataji, are you there? Rupeshwar Nimai Prabhu, we should really appreciate every single day after his work he has gone and did this lamp offering. Every single day after such a long day of work, each and every single day he has gone out like a marathon. Deepa Datri Mataji, are you there? So really, really, and Konika Mataji, your whole team, all the Bengali Vaishnavas, whoever, I might not, brought your name, but please, come on the thing. We have to really thank them. In spite of all the odds, they put Krishna in the center. Really, Krishna will acknowledge all your efforts, and we pray that all the obstacles are removed in the path of your devotional life, and you progress more and more. So 3 big Haribols to all of them, especially because it's a great challenge actually they have gone through. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. And also in the community, many devotees were also affected by COVID. When this marathon, when this Damodar program are happening, so they have to stay back, and again they didn't restrain. They again went out and then they have done it. We are really, really thankful, grateful. Krishna is, whether I am telling your name or I am acknowledging it or not, you are in the books of Krishna. That's what is most important. Krishna sees the effort. He reciprocates accordingly. So thank you very much for all your wonderful, glorious service. And we will have a special ceremony. This is just a words we are appreciating. We will have a Thanksgiving ceremony for the marathon. We will have a Thanksgiving for Damodar also. So we hope we can do that in person so that we can acknowledge them at least in some tangible way. We are hoping we will be able to do that. Let's see how things are unveiling. If this COVID things and all are reducing, then we will be able to do something, in person. Thanksgiving for Damodar as well. Okay, so thank you so much for all your.
Hare Krishna Mataji, today is Ashok Prabhu's birthday and he is with Rasnava Gopal.
Oh, okay, all right. And also we have Bhaskar Prabhu's birthday was there just 2 days back. We couldn't celebrate, maybe celebrate a little later because Prabhu was in the temple. If Bhaskar Prabhu is also there, he can get the blessings.
And also Mataji, today Yogeshwar Prabhu and Nikunja Mataji's marriage anniversary. So we are
Gauranga, oh, what is the date today?
It was yesterday, but we are
22nd.
celebrating today, Mataji.
Sorry, when was it?
Yesterday.
Oh, 21st. Ah, secret. Okay. All right. Okay. 20th Bhaskar Prabhu's birthday, 21st wedding anniversary, 22nd Ashok Prabhu's birthday. Great. 3 celebrations. All right. The cake is there right in front. What cake is it, Prabhu? Wow. Okay.
Orange flavor cake, Madre.
Orange flavor cake. Okay. Rasana Prabhu, do you like to say a few words about Ashok Prabhu so we all can know?
Yes, Madre. Thank you very much for taking this time, Madre. So we would like to, as you said, Ashok Prabhu been in our association for a year and a half now. But both Ashok Prabhu and Janaki Mataji, they are nicely growing up and they're taking up services very sincerely, very dedicatedly. So recently in Damodar also, they've been very, very instrumental in taking to Damodar to many souls, Mataji. So we need all your blessings so that nicely they grow further in Krishna consciousness and they take up very seriously and advance nicely and serve many, many souls in the society. Please, Master, please bless them, Madre.
Very nice. Our prayers are there. So we all will pray, for their well-being. I have also seen them a few times in many occasions. They are very dedicatedly and very nicely serving. Very happy to see your wonderful service. Sure, Krishna will reciprocate. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah.
Mataji, please bless us, bless our family to advance in the Krishna consciousness, Mataji.
Jai Prabhu, our prayers are there. You are doing, Krishna is already blessing you, blessing your family. Wonderful. Carry on. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. So where is Yogeshwar Prabhu and Nikunja Mataji? So by the time they come, we have our Bhaskar Prabhu. It'll be nice to have Bhaskar Prabhu also in the other window. Oh, wow, the cake is ready. Okay, Bhaskar Prabhu is also there. Brilliant. Okay, so birthday persons first we will finish. So, who is there? Okay, Bhaskar Prabhu has been, I want to. Malik Prabhu, are you there?
Yes,
Malik
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Prabhu, can you say a few words about Bhaskar Prabhu, please?
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Yeah, Bhaskar Prabhu, I met him since 2014 with Mataji. Prabhu was doing a very good service, Mataji. And Prabhu is very humble and he was very much interested in teaching kids actually. He was doing the kids program in Dartford and now currently he's doing in Basildon and South End area. In spite of his bad health condition also, he's trying to do more service, especially during Ratha Yatra. He was doing the Pujari service, of course, even in BTM, any other programs. He was the first person to approach any other things, first kind of approach we are going to do and all the services. He was ready to do more service, Mataji. He's service oriented mostly.
Yes,
and he was
Prabhu's,
a very kind-hearted person, so very tolerant also.
Yes, very true. We have seen Prabhu in many occasions. He's always there. dot on time. That's one thing which with Prabhu. And you give any service, he will make sure that it is done to the end, and see the details and everything. And you see in BTM also, he's like a secretary. Most of the times he will be doing the minutes. And very sincerely he takes up and does service, very hardworking, and helping Mataji, in a new area they are working. So certainly we are praying for your good health and for your spiritual progress. Prabhu, thank you for all your wonderful service which you have been rendering for all these years. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mataji.
Thank you,
Please
Prabhu.
bless me, Mataji, so we can do more service.
Surely we are praying for you, Prabhu, and all the devotees, players, surely there. And we will all pray. We have anniversary, Yogeshwar Prabhu and Nikunja Mataji. How many years now?
13 successful years.
Evil Jai. Very nice. So Yogeshwar Prabhu and Nikunja Mataji. Okay, Vivek Prabhu is there. So you can share a few words.
Yes, Mataji. So for us, actually, these are the couple who are always inspiring all of us, not only our dham, everyone, whoever meets them, always in first meet itself, they impress us. And as a family, they teach us how to become the Krishna consciousness. Everyone have their professional work, personal work, but having all these things, still he has always time to help all the devotees and guide us in our spiritual path. And by seeing both of them as a husband and wife, and even Shruti, all three are growing together, and it's a wonderful thing that in a given family, everyone is devotee and they are competing to each other and they are inspiring everyone. So we are grateful to have association of Yogeshwar Prabhu and Mataji, and Shruti also. Shruti is inspiration of all the entire kids group, and Mataji is also, and Prabhuji. So very, very grateful to God that he has given us the congregation. And
wonderful, Prabhu. Yes, they have been with us for a very long time, from Yogeshwar Prabhu from probably 2007, I can say, isn't it? 6, 7 from that time onwards. And Mataji joined after that, and they have been rendering a lot of service, even though many challenges came in between, but in a very spiritual way, they dealt it, and pushing forward very nicely. Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan, and Shruti always inspires everyone. Now she's the one with when she was a kid, she attended BTM to all the meetings and all the programs. She was our secretary for some time in BTM also, youngest secretary. He can understand that language as well. So we are definitely praying for the entire family. We are very thankful for the Lord to give all your association and your really we pray that we can have your long association, very good health, and you keep inspiring many more devotees. So let's all chant 3 times for Yogeshwar Prabhu, Nikunja Mataji, Shruti family, and Bhaskar Prabhu, and Ashok, Bhaskar Prabhu's family, and Ashok Prabhu and his family. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Happy, healthy, long, blissful Krishna conscious years ahead in the service of Guru Gauranga and Vaishnavas. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Okay, so Bhaskar Prabhu, you have 2 cakes on the 2 sides. Anywhere you can put your hand like that, join the party. So maybe you should better join the party of Ashok Prabhu birthday party. They are coming for the wedding anniversary. Yes. Okay, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. Hare Krishna to you. May Krishna bless you, dear. May Krishna bless you, dear. May Krishna bless you, dear Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Bol. Please cut the cake and feed the person next to you. So Bhaskar Prabhu is in the next window. I am also in the next window, but that is the only bit we cannot get. You know, maybe they'll find some way out. Maybe future, I don't know.
Nikunja Mataji and some Prabhu, I don't know.
Yaduvir is also looking at the cake. Haribo.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Gauranga. We can have e-cake, Prabhu. E-cake. Very nice. Wow, it looks like Rasana Prabhu's house big party is going on, and Vivek Prabhu's house also a party is going on.
The devotees cook nicely for the deities also. They brought for their offering from their offering.
Very nice. Now the trend is that, you know, birthday, get the offering for the deities, and then feed the devotees. Very nice.
Haribo!
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 Haribo! Nice. Very nice. So it's a wonderful celebration after Damodar programs, right? It's a celebration. Wow, very nice. Okay. Gauranga, wonderful. Very nice. Very happy to see all the devotees. At least we can have a virtual celebration. The cake is almost getting finished. Gauranga. Very nice. Very nice. Hari Hari Bol. Big piece for Yogeshwar Prabhu. Overwhelmed. Is there any other announcements, Prabhu, before we close? Lord Jagannath Darshan.
Just Mataji, couple of announcements regarding just Kranti Prabhu has messaged that a wonderful service by all the devotees. Just now we have to collect all these new contacts, 464, and collect all this Lakshmi to the Gauranga account. So Lakshmi we can take it means parallelly, but the main thing is the new contacts. Because Gita Yagna is coming, so we will need these new contacts also for our new level 1 class and kids class.
Yeah, did you announce that 25th is our next batch of Gita Gyan, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
So we request devotees, if anyone you know, your friends and families, please enroll them. It's going to be so wonderful, you know, to learn Gita in 18 days, starting this 25th. You know, please, you know, kindly inspire your friends and family, whoever wants to join. It's in English.
Yes, Mataji. Currently, we are only focusing on English because other languages, we didn't have much registrations and time is also very less now.
Yeah.
And also from facilitation point of view, if any devotee wants to come forward, that is also nice opportunity for facilitating the level 1 Bhagavad Gita course for 18 days.
Yeah. Yes, so wonderful. So very nice. Thank you for all of you for joining. And I think Vijay Prabhu is showing darshan. You can see darshan of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and everyone can take blessings. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra.
Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai
Jai
Subhadra, Lakshmi Shri Radha Madhav, Jai
Jagannath.
Panchatattva ki Jai.
राधा दामोदर की जय।
आप एक बार बोल के आओ।
जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा।
Okay, so but parallelly, yes, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. So parallelly, it's good. Damodar month may finish, but Zoom Japa still continues. So we request all the devotees to kindly take part, inspire the kids and teens. We are going to have December month also a special. Whoever kids are joining, we are noting down, not just noting down. They all will get a special gift. So kids, please note that if you are joining this chanting japa session, you will be noted. And we will see who is doing more days. Will also get something special for in the December month. December means like now it starts from now on. So please inspire everyone and let the momentum, be there, not just we stop. Panchatattva ki jai. So wonderful. So all the birthday people can take darshan blessings. Okay. Thank you so much, Vijay Prabhu. And thank you all the devotees. We will meet next week, Chaitanya Charitamrita class. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava.
Hare Krishna,
Ki
everyone.
Hare
jai.
Krishna
Ram
Mataji.
Sankirtan ki.
Jagannath
Jai.
Baladev Maharaj ki Jai.
जय जगन्नाथ,
Jai
जय
Jagannath.
सुभद्रा।
Jai Jagannath. Jai Baladev. Jai Subhadra.
जय श्री राम।
Radha Goswami ki jai. Vijay Prabhu doesn't want to leave. Radha Madhav Ashasaki Vrinda ki jai. Pradam ki jai. Shri Radhalaneshwar ki jai. Okay, all darshan we got today. Okay. Thank you so much.
Prabhupada.
Ki jai. The personality behind. Thank you to Srila Prabhupada. Hari Bol. Thank you.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.